shiny button.
Yep. Have you heard of Nuclear Rabbit?
Experimental
metal band from California, if I recall correctly.
Okay. Well, we are doing the thing. We're live. Howdly doodly, every pony. We're going to be checking out DivinumX songs. DivinumX appears to be a fan favorite of slaughtering viewers, and DivinumX is unironically one of my favorites. I feel like DivinumX has. Oh wait, do we have any Novagrove?
Not on the list. I pinned it in the stream text as well, so it should be there.
So we'll check out Novagrove too, but we're going to be checking out a full album by DivinumX, and then we are also going to check out a couple of older ones, and then we're going to be going to the newer ones. DivinumX is incredible. It's just one of those musicians that's incredibly that has a repertoire of incredibly diverse sounds, and so it's always really, really good. It's always a welcome thing to see in submissions is DivinumX tracks. And so we've decided we're going to check it all out. We're going to listen to this full album, DivinumX Intra. We've covered a couple of Intra songs before, but this is the first time we're going to be doing a full album. You were going to say something?
Yep. I just wanted to mention that this is our stream number 30.
Oh, yes. That is correct.
We are having an anniversary. Yay.
So this is the 30th slaughtering stream. So it took some figuring out early, but we've got it all. I think that this format works where we just, throw a couple of hours at music, especially these smaller time creators. So let us check it out. DivinumX Intra. We're going to be starting out with the intro track, which is Bitter Blood. Are you going to be doing any of the other submissions from the past week or just DivinumX ones? It's all good either way, of course. I can wait until whenever for my submission. I've got, let's see here, 4 tabs open of DivinumX songs that we're going to be checking out. And if we've got time, then we'll move on to the other submissions. But for now, this is a DivinumX celebration stream, just like, especially this album. This album is really, really incredible. I don't remember electronics being present in other songs that we checked out, so this is a really welcome thing. I don't think I've heard this particular song before, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What's good? Really strong chorus, and just the electronics and the dual the electronics and the guitars just working together. This is a brilliant composition so far, for sure. Oh man, that subtle harmony running back on that final line. That was fucking awesome. This reminds me a bit of Tomorrow We Die Alive era, Born of Osiris, with the synth-laden riffs and elegant atmosphere. It's really, really good. This was, whenever you're talking about pony music in 2015, this kind of shit blew my fucking mind. Because the first song I heard from DivinumX, I'm pretty sure, was Born of Nihility, and it just, really blew my mind that we had taken that step forward. That was pretty impressive that we would be going from that palm muted tremolo picking into this other, transitioning to this other sequence, and it still had a pretty heavy impact. That was good. That was really good. That was so neat. That discordant solo just screaming at it. Oh man, that was great. You're cringe, Wyatt. Whenever it goes to a single instrument like that, I think that the fade out works pretty well. When it just kind of collapses down in on one solo instrument that just, oh man, that was good. That was a great composition. Great performance. Just, man, that was good. The bright guitar tone reminds me a lot of like Heaven Shall Burn and like In Flames, early In Flames stuff. It's really, really good. I guess if I were to try to be critical, it might be a little too bright. Like the guitar tone might be a little too bright because it's difficult to try to pick up the melody in the guitar because it's mostly just high-end notes. So it's kind of coming off a little bit difficult to discern. But overall, I mean, it's still a great tone with all this, no mids. It's all low and high. I love it. It's great. Hello, Lunar Amity. That was such a good transition, and that chorus was very, very cohesive, very strong, very melodic death metal. Man, that was good. And then the gutturals in this sequence here is just, it's amazing to me how wide the range is on his musical ability, especially in the vocals, where he seems to be able to both encompass the, like Soulstring said in chat, the metalcore elements, but also the melodic death metal elements. And he just falls into either genre like really easily, seamlessly even. It's just, man, it's fucking solid. Oh, another thing that I'm noticing about like so far, I know we're only 2 tracks in, but like he says what he wants to say with his lyrics, and he gets it out of the way, and not gets it out of the way, but he underlines that with the instrumental, but then he gives the instrumental time to breathe, and he just lets it go. And that's a really rare thing, especially with amateur musicians, is that they have a tendency to cover the entire instrumental with vocals. Like everything needs to have a vocal part, and it's so good. It's so good. I think I might be wrong when I said earlier that the guitar tone was making it difficult to parse out the melody of the guitars, because I think it might just be the reverb. The reverb is the room feels a little small, but it's also very highly reflective. So maybe that's kind of the issue that I'm having here, because I think the guitar tone is fine. I think that the reverb might be a little bit overwhelming. All right, I'm going to head out. This is my limit for metal for the day. I understand. God, and he's even solid in the shrieks. Like, man. Oh, God. Really impressive shit. So good, so good. Just the man, and the way that he stepped down the chorus to the end into this down tempo half step was so good. I love everything about what I'm hearing so far. This fucking riff is so sick. Oh my god. You can most definitely tell this is this track in particular seems to exemplify that he's most definitely a guitarist first and foremost. This is a guitarist's mix all day long. Damn, that fucking breakdown was sick as shit. That was awesome. Super slick. It was just a really good lead up. Man, he put some love and attention into these drums. Like, I mean, there's so much going on. It's very, very complicated, and but it's not so overwhelming. It just, oh man, that build up was incredible, and then the riffage in that breakdown was also incredible. Just amazing. From start to finish. Jeez, that was awesome. Yeah, damn, and that outro, super strong too. Oh, this is Jay Dongon's favorite. In the comment section, it says Jay Dongon is his favorite song on the album.
Cool, cool.
love that this seamless transition between like electronic elements that are both lead instruments and then also background elements. It's really, really solid. Just these compositions are really, really good. Yeah, he went to that. Oh my God! Well, hey, hold on. I have to revisit that for just a second.
That was sweet.
The way that he transitioned to a falsetto, which then just the whole instrumental followed after that. The way that it all came together from kind of like this sort of trudging, heavy feeling, and then he transitions to this falsetto, and then it all just glides down. Oh my God. Fucking incredible. See, the electric guitar stayed this time, but it retained that kind of, you know, it's kind of a slope off in the emotion. And it's just, I mean, it's really incredible how we made that work in both instances. It's just, wow. got kind of crowded there at the end, but it didn't like, not in a way that was just like horrible, you know, like not in any way that was couldn't be handled.
That's a long one.
Oh, this one? Oh, 6 minutes, yeah.
That's the middle of the album.
Oh, okay. Hang on, we've got some DivinumX lore in chat. Fun fact, this track was supposed to be on an EP, but he canceled it and turned it into Intra. Oh, nice. That is super fucking sick.
You can hear my guilt, you can have my shame. Now the right is the one to ever take the blame.
Oh, I've heard this one before for sure.
Yep.
That's right, because I complained about this part on the on a New Horizon. Yeah. I think the step, like I'm going to just, rehash that real quick. I think the step down right here in the melody on the open book part, when it was stepping down into the verse, it sounds really, really good. But for some reason, right in the middle of the chorus, just didn't work for me. Overall it sounds good. But that one line was just like, I don't know. I also like this mix a lot better. The guitars are dialed back a little bit, and the drums are coming through a little more strongly, and I like that a lot better. I really love that really huge, very boisterous, boomy bass drum. I really like that a lot. I just loved the riffage throughout this. Like it's all just, power chords basically, but it's really, really good. And then I like the layering that went into that sort of a quasi breakdown. Pretty good shit right there. This really does make sense that he would repurpose this for a different, or from a different thing to go on this album, because it feels like the transition from each part is a lot more abrupt. It's a lot less cohesive than on the other 4 tracks that we've listened to so far. All right, next up is Obey, and Gargod said that this was one of his favorite ones. So we're going to be, social credit for Gargod is on the line. Let's see what Obey is like.
It's a short one, also.
Oh, that was awesome. Okay, that was fucking sick as shit. That was a super strong intro. Awesome. This is what I mean by the diversity of DivinumX's sound. Is that we went from kind of like a metalcore, melodic death metal type of feel to this kind of like thrashy intro, but this is like, it feels very industrial. So this is like, it's interesting to see the wide range that he's capable of producing. And I dig it so hard. Oh, Jesus, I haven't heard Cell Dweller in forever. Holy shit, I forgot that they existed. I'm writing that shit down. I gotta check that out.
Clayton is currently working on a new album, probably releasing early next year. It was supposed to be released this year, but, well, COVID happened and shit, you know. So he'll probably release it next year.
Okay. I'm going to have to check that out for sure. Man, Cell Dweller. That's a blast from the past. Okay. This feels almost experimental, you know. Man. This is fucking awesome. Yeah, it does. It feels experimental. He's taking a lot of chances, and he's just, man, it's really making it work out. It's mixing so many elements together. It really does. It feels like industrial metal, kind of like Static X, but it's also, you know, still retaining a lot of the same vibes that, you know, it's a DivinumX song. You know, it's not divorced so entirely that I wouldn't be able to tell who it was. That like kind of quasi dubstep breakdown was so fucking solid. Holy shit. The lead up to it, I saw it coming from a mile away. I was sitting here going, this is definitely, thinking of 2015 times, this is going into some wubs for sure. Like there's no way it won't. And then it did, but it was still it wasn't like a predictable type of thing. It still maintained a lot of like metalcore elements. It's, oh god, it was fucking solid. That was fucking incredible. I can definitely see why Gargard likes that one so much. So this is a cover of, oh my god, PrinceWhateverer.
How many points do I receive? Why am I enough fun for you? Well then, if that is the case, the night will last forever.
Princess What X? Prince X. I have no idea I cannot even picture. I don't even remember what the original sounds like. So, you know, that was
And like this one version much better, to be quite honest.
Oh, is it? I think the what Luna's caps lock has to be old. Like it's got to be like really old. I want to say like 2012 old.
Probably.
I can't even remember.
Probably. Let me check real quick. Caps lock.
Read comments. Oh, on the old last one.
Yeah, it's 2012 from January 2012. Okay.
Gar got in here. Fucking, is a troll out of control. Heavy with the bait. He's got that stink bait in there. Oh shit.
Okay, so the original was from January of 2012. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. So really, really early. Yeah. Huh. All right, we got 2 songs left on this album. Let's do it to it. I'm just going to say really quick, totally unrelated. I just love how chat is filled with ponies. And I just realized that everybody in chat, there's a pony. There's Gargod, famous last words, soul strings. I think Karaki or whatever. I don't know how to say that, but I think that I have no idea what that is. But it, I love chat is filled with ponies. This is great. I'm pretty sure we've listened to this one before for sure. I love how we were kind of in a softer notes. Yes, it was just kind of, oh look, Lunar Amity even. It's just the whole chat is filled with ponies. I love it. But anyway, I love how we were in this kind of almost like a whispered, a hushed tone, but we retained the heavy driving drums that, you know, just transitioned us into the second half of the verse. It's fucking solid. This is a very solid chorus. I think this might be man, this is just good. This is really good. It feels kind of radio play, which is, you know, always a good element to have. You know, you just throw that on the album. You have like your radio play track. It's good. It feels good, you know. This that right there, the every tear I have dries the earth. That shit right there just it gives me tingles. It's just so fucking good. This right here, this kind of shit is my like sexual fetish, because whenever we have this hard driving beat for the first 3 fucking minutes of the song, it's driving so hard, and it's I mean, we have some down tempo passages here and there, but it's mostly just speeding up, slowing down, but it's retaining all of this energy, and then it just kind of drops down into this trudging half step. It's just, oh my god, yas, queen. Oh Jesus, I love it. Yes, I'm DivinumX Philic for sure, because it's like, and especially this part, just the range on this guy is incredible. On this album, rather, is just incredible, because we have, you know, all of these different kind of subgenres all working together, where it's like melodic death metal, but then it's like metalcore, and then it's like industrial metal, and now we're kind of have this post-hardcore like soft like keys going on. It's just I love it. It just makes me giddy. Is this the same riff from before, but just without vocals, or is it just, or does the lack of vocals make it feel this different? That's what I'm asking. Is this actually a different riff without vocals, and it makes it feel that different, or is it actually a different, you know, riff altogether, but with the same structure? Hang on. And then that retard is was good too, but where's that one part? No, it's wow. Oh my god. No, it's a complete, I mean, it's not completely different, but it's a riff that's kind of working off of the same structure, but it's, you know, fresh and new because there's no vocals. So the guitars are taking a lead role, and so it's structured differently. That's amazing. One person, whoever this is, I will find you, okay? This is unacceptable. All right? Man, it's just, that was a solid song. Probably my favorite. This is probably one of the most solid songs on the album. But, last one. Oh God, there's lots and lots of silence afterward. That's okay. Anyway, Where the Mass Collides, last one on the album. What the fuck is up with these? We didn't have dislikes on the other tracks. Just these last two, for some reason, have dislikes. I'm gonna have to offset that. I know we just had
ratio.
Yeah. That was fucking sweet. Oh my God, that intro was over a minute long. Holy shit. That build was incredible because it did not feel like a whole minute long. The drums there really stole the show for me. Like the open on one, the psst, like just, man, that was awesome. That was good. Pretty technical on the bass drum, but geez, man, really good shit. Have we had any repeating passages? It feels so very progressive. What the fuck is this instrument? It's really neat. It's like a delayed, maybe a marimba or something like that, some kind of VST, but it's a really interesting sound that's just kind of underlying this sort of crunchy guitar. Well, it's not really crunchy, it's kind of acoustic, but anyway. I wonder if it's just like he didn't even design it. I wonder if it's just like a standard pad and I'm just ignorant. Hello, DivinumX. Oh my God, I wasn't watching chat, but yes, we're listening to your whole album. And we're right here at the end of it, and then we're gonna check out a couple more.
Then we'll move to Novagrove.
Do what?
Novagrove.
Oh yeah. Novagrove. That's right. It's my mom's pots and pans. Unironically, if you could get like an interesting like melodic sound out of pots and pans like that, I would be incredibly impressed. I think it's just to close out an album. I think it's bold to both end it on an instrumental and also do a fade out on the instrumental for the last sound of the album. I think it's a bold move for sure.
I mean, it works. I mean, it usually works because like if you want to end the album, the massive fade out works just fine. I don't know.
Oh, I got you. I can respect that. What I think I liked best about it is the range. Is just the range of subgenres and sounds that we got out of the full album from beginning to end. It just seems like there was so much. And then we had pretty what's the word I'm looking for? The instrumentals in the albums, or like the compositions of every song, had very long instrumental breaks where there was some vocals here, but then it was very long instrumental breaks. So I think ending on an instrumental, although bold, I think is an appropriate choice for this album for sure. And then maybe the mass fade out is okay. It is sometimes. I think it's okay sometimes. I'm just mostly against it for the most part. I like a nice, clean ending. And if there's going to be a fade out, like I said, I think the one way that I really, really enjoy it is when it's reduced to one instrument that just kind of fades out. But yeah, that was pretty fucking solid. I have got to take a whiz, so I am just going to start playing Born of Nihility, and then I'm going to go handle that business. I'll be back. I missed the best part.
Hello. Sorry.
Oh my god, DivinumX! Oh my god! He's here.
Yeah, sorry, I did that thing where I turned my computer on before I turned my interface on, so Discord just doesn't want to work.
I understand. So we're listening to Born of Nihility right now, which is my personal favorite of yours. This breakdown is so fucking solid. And then, and oh my god, the riffage is so good too. It's one of my favorites. I've listened to it about 1,000 times, so I didn't feel the need to be here for it to play. But yeah, really good shit, man. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun to make. I'm sorry?
Half the views on this video are from Stone Slaughter.
Yes.
Like 1,000 times, you know?
It's so good. It's really, really good. Really, very solid. We got about 30 seconds left. I'm going to continue playing it. Oh god, it's so fucking good. This breakdown and abominable cuteness are literally the heaviest ones I've listened to. Oh man, it's so good though. Just the lyric video, the artwork, everything about this video, the music, everything is perfect. It's so fucking solid. And also in 2015, look at that. 2015.
Wow, that long?
Yeah.
Was it like before the album or after the album? Just like, I don't remember. I don't remember.
This would have been right after it. I think the album came out in the summer of 2015.
Yeah, this was September, so just barely fall, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, really good shit. I really liked that a lot. So the question that I really have is Novagrove. What is the difference between DivinumX and Novagrove? What is the overall theme? Like, what are you driving at that it's going to be much different in Novagrove than it is with DivinumX?
So when I created Novagrove, which was around 2019, like the end of 2019, I was in kind of like a bad headspace.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted something new, like a new identity, something to just put all my creative effort into. I've been thinking about doing something like Novagrove for like many years prior, but yeah, it's a more complicated answer. It's mainly just like a mental health thing is why I decided to start it. But Novagrove itself, like what the name of it is like this kind of fictitious world that I've built in my head.
Okay.
And it's like a place that just makes me feel calm. Like I'll just sit and think about it during like when I go to sleep or something. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to write music about this.
That's fucking awesome. That's pretty sweet. So I assume that Novagrove doesn't. It's not like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like divorced from ponies entirely, but it is it's. I assume it's intended to be separated from the pony stuff. It's much more personal. It's a lot less driven by external inspiration. It's more of an internal expression.
Yeah, although this like thematically, it's very internal. But as far as like the sound and stuff is inspired by everything, like all kinds of different music.
Right. So what is that? Isn't a good question. What would be a DivinumX / Novagrove inspiration? Like if you are into commercial bands, that is.
Oh, where do I start? I think I put a post on Twitter a few days ago talking about how, honestly, the lyrics of like Owl City really, I love the lyrics, and it's what a big inspiration of Novagrove is.
Okay.
So
Owl City, are you talking about the Fireflies song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well,
yeah.
Not the Firefly song, but like the Owl City as a band, because like they had
Yeah.
much more than just one song, you know.
Right, but that's the only song that I'm aware of with Owl City is the "You will not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies" or something like that. Yeah, I got you. That's pretty fucking cool. So we've listened to a bunch of your old stuff. We were on the 2015. We listened to the whole 2015 album, and then Born of Nihility because that's one of my favorites. And now we are on to some of the newer stuff, which is Thorns of Heed, DivinumX MLP Black Metal, which is from 2018. So let us check this one out and see what we think. Huh?
I think this is probably my favorite song on DivinumX. This one right here.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I love Owl City. Maybe I'm Dreaming is a gorgeous album. Okay. I assume that you know what Famous Last Words is talking about in chat.
Yeah.
Was Maybe I'm Dreaming. Okay. Anyway,
Thorn. That's his.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's music he made like before he got famous. It was like his more indie stuff.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Alrighty, Thorns of Heed, DivinumX. Let's do it. Okay, it's garbage, and I don't think we need to talk about DivinumX ever again. JK, LOL. This is so very black metal. Just it's down in the dumps. We've got this this build up, very atmospheric, very dark, very dreary, and then we drop in, and it's still kind of retaining this very very heavy heeled, just trudging beat that just kind of stomps along, and it's just, oh man, it's so solid. I love this so far, for sure. Even as we went into the blast beat, it doesn't lose that sort of darkness. It still retains that emotion. It doesn't it doesn't make it more aggressive or anything like that. It still retains that feeling, and that's really, really solid. That's man, it's such a good composition. Obscure Twilight makes it more black metal. 100%. Yeah, for sure. If anybody, I think that, or any pony, as it were, we're going to be like kind of have these kind of underlying feelings. Most definitely. see, as we went into the second verse, it was more or less the same feelings, more or less the same riffs, but then it's got that asymmetrical guitar, the asymmetrical double track guitar that makes it feel fresh and new, while also retaining the very dreary, very down in the dumps type of feeling. So good, so good. Even the vocals are delivered differently. Normally, we get more of a core type of American style of vocals where you get a lot of gutturals, a lot of mids, and maybe some shrieks here and there to underline certain things, and some clean vocals. But this is so very just very, very black metal, and it's good. It's just I'm just always impressed by the range on DivinumX to go from all of these different feelings and all of these different emotions, and we can go through all of the different subgenres and still produce a very solid song. It's just incredible. I'm really impressed with the way that the guitars are shelved, even where we have the double track guitars that are obviously in the background that are underlining the vocals, and the vocals are doing their thing, and even the bass guitar is occupying that space in the middle so you could hear it very clearly, but then it's shelved in such a way that this lead guitar can come in and be as clear as possible. You don't have to try to discern what it's doing in the middle of the track. It's just really impressive mix, as on top of the performance that is so accurate, so solid, and man, it's just I can definitely see why this is a favorite for sure. Is DivinumX still in the VC?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so what kind of equipment do you use to achieve this tone? Like, are you is this a like, what kind of cabinets and heads or all that kind of shit are you using?
I use a Kemper.
A camper?
And I could probably look it up right now what exactly I use. I'm trying to remember what I used back then though, because I've changed my stuff a lot.
Oh, I gotcha. Because we've got a Ponies at Dawn release, which is May 12th, 2019. Oh my God. Blinding Lights cover. That's awesome. That is going to be so good. Okay. Hang on. We'll check that one out next. That was Thorns of Heed. And I love your guitar tone. It's very scooped out, very bright. And it's good. I love it a lot.
Yeah, for a black metal song, that's something definitely you have to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
It's got to be screaming.
Okay, so let's check this one out. DivinumX, Kindling Melodic Metal from the Ponies at Dawn. Let's check it out. No, we need to check this one out. Jesus Christ. This verse was is lower and it's okay. What I'm trying to say is that the tones in this verse for the vocals, I'm really impressed by how cohesive it was despite being in these lower tones. But then we got some gutturals in there, and then now we've transitioned to this almost operatic octave. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Oh my God! And then the fray at the end of these lines, where it's melodic, but it's like it's just, oh my God, that's good. That's very solid. This is so much different than other DivinumX songs that I've heard. The fucking abuse to these guitars is awesome. It's just, oh my God, it's so good. And then this triplet break that right here was fucking incredible. It just, this Kindling dun 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 dun, and then God, it's fucking sexy as shit. Oh man, there was core elements in there, but it's also retaining that signature DivinumX like melodic death metal feel as well. It's just I was really impressed by this one. This one was a good this is a good track right there. That is for sure. Okay.
That's why I called it melodic metal. I didn't know what to actually call it. It's just like it's metal and it's melodic. Let's go with that.
Good stuff. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what it. As long as a lot of people are, I don't even know if it's technically because it doesn't have like a proper breakdown in it, so it wouldn't necessarily be core. It's very good though, for sure. And I think melodic metal is a perfect way to describe it. Go ahead.
That's why I just usually call it like modern melodic death metal, because from my knowledge, especially from like European melodic death metal, how it evolved from like old school classic melodic death metal from the 90s into something more modern from the 2000 and up to 2010. It just got more modern elements, like
Yeah.
clean vocals, more like electronic elements, synths, also core elements without having way too much from core genres like metalcore, deathcore, and post-hardcore, but still like including some subtle elements here and there, and still maintaining that solid melodic death metal basis. Like it kind of it can be described as the next step after melodic death metal, like a next step, like an evolution of melodic death metal, sort of, but like relatively speaking. But as I figured out, it's not much of a thing in American metal music, so it's mostly like here like on this continent or whatever, we would call it like modern melodic death metal. In United States, I don't know, the genres and style characteristics and like descriptions that will be like different from what we call from what we would call it here. For example, like Avenged Sevenfold. I've heard that in United States it's like folks call Avenged Sevenfold melodic metalcore, while it's just clearly power metal to me. I don't know what you call it. Melodic metalcore. So,
No, I
yeah.
totally get that. Yeah, it is.
It might be just a difference in in culture and how different cultures perceive the music.
Right.
We're kind of talking about the same thing, but we're giving it different names. So
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
I think the line between a lot of like metalcore and melodic death metal, I think like over time that's been really getting smaller, and that sometimes you can get bands that just are kind of in both worlds.
Right. The only thing that gets called metal pretty often that I would reject wholesale is Nickelback. And people that play music like Nickelback. I don't know why that gets called metal, but a lot of people seem to call that metal, and it just, I don't know.
What?
I know. Not a single Nickelback song has ever sounded metal to me.
Unironically?
Yeah, unironically.
How?
I was at a party not too long ago, but they were playing some electronic bullshit. And I said, "Do you guys have any metal?" And he's like, Yeah, dude. I got like every Nickelback album. I've got Five Finger Death Punch. And I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me. Five Finger Death Punch is a little bit more metal, but even then, their newer stuff is not really metal at all. It's very like pop rock. Pop rock has gotten heavier, but I still don't think that it crosses the threshold into metal.
I just call it hard rock.
Yeah, pretty much. So this one's submitted by Gargod. Oh, Gargod said the truest shit in chat. He said genre DivinumX for sure. That you've carved out your own special niche of what metal sounds like, and that is obvious. Truthfully, one of the most impressive things about DivinumX / Novagrove sounds is that is that it carves out its very own specific sound that isn't really found much of anywhere else. It actually reminds me of a couple bands, The Romantic Tragedy, Micah, Relocate. They both fused elements of strong melody and harmony and symphonic and synth and brutality. I love it. I would argue that Breaking Benjamin has some metal flavored songs, especially on their Phobia album. Alt metal, I think Soul Strings is correct, that it feels like alt metal. It's not quite typical or like true or just a pure metal, that there's a lot of elements going on, especially whenever you have Breaking Benjamin's early stuff. I don't think that they do screaming vocals very often, mostly because he sucks at it. But it's okay. Like, you know,
like
that kind
harsh,
of stuff.
like harsh vocals, like borderline, not like shouting, but like,
More just like a fray. Yeah.
yeah, some sort of.
Okay, so we're going to be checking out, this one is from Gargod, so let's check this out. It's called Child of Starfall. He said this is his favorite, so let's check this one out. That's fucking cool. That's fucking awesome. So this is Nightmare Moon and then Princess Luna. That's fucking sick as shit.
Oh, yeah. This is Rain Gears. This
what?
artist is insane. The artist is Rain Gears. He's absolutely insane.
Dude, this is fucking
Everything that this person makes is like just epic like this.
Dude, amazing for sure. Okay. And then you did all of these animations? Dude, that's fucking sick as shit too. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, I spent a long time learning how to do it.
Yeah, it's so
I had
sick.
I had no idea how to work, like how to do any of this stuff when I made this song, and I was just like, you know, let's just sit down here and do something different.
Yeah, man, it makes it all the more watchable, and I'm sure that this contributed to the view count. This is so, oh my God, this feels good. This feels really good. This is like a reaching into the past and pulling all of the best elements of just like old school death metal. It's just delicious. we had these djent elements, you know, some opens or whatever, but for the most part, it felt like slam, you know, almost. It was too fast to be slam, but still, it felt slammy. Delicious. It's just such especially this part right here with the blast beats and the underlying vocals and all the background element, just all of it coming together right here. It's so incredibly huge and boisterous. It accompanies the artwork so fucking well. It is so good, perfect. Oh my God, great. Hey, that was a really interesting artistic, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like, that was an interesting artistic choice to end the song on kind of a death in its arms type of shit going on.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward.
No, I think it worked. I'm trying to say it worked out really good. And this chorus was so, it's just, man. So Gargod was correct. This is really, really solid work all the way in every single case. This is almost, I say almost only because, you know, I'm a dick, I guess, but like it's basically perfect in every single way. You have the visual elements that make it very visually engaging. You have lots of audio elements all working together. Some of like the atmosphere and everything working together made it audibly engaging. There's just, oh man, just perfect, basically perfect, unbelievable. I can't believe I've never heard this before, and I've been subbed for a long fucking time. Anyway, I personally want to hear this Weeknd cover, so let's just run through this really quick. Oh, this is Child of Starfall 2 Electric Lunaloo? All right. literally gonna put this in my DivinumX now, dude. This is so cool. This is really good. I don't listen to this song. I have never listened to the actual full song. I've only heard it in memes. But my girlfriend really likes it a lot because she has absolute dog shit taste in music. So I'll probably send this to her and see what she thinks, because she really likes that pop goes punk type of stuff.
Is it copyrighted though?
What did you say?
Is it copyrighted? Like, did you get a copyright claim or something like that on this?
No, I
this?
didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't get anything.
That's cool, because like YouTube tends to like identify the covers and just straight up claim them, and like, no, you cannot monetize that because that's a cover, and we hear that that's a cover, and like, this sounds like original. Like, no, you cannot monetize that. I'm like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, but I haven't actually gotten anything from YouTube over it.
Huh.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
good.
I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road and all the drive, baby. Oh, this city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
So who's all doing what in this song? What is PrinceWhateverer doing?
He's doing pretty much all the vocal melodies.
Oh, okay, so he's doing all the vocals. You just played the instrumental.
He's just doing the melodies for the vocals.
Oh, he's just doing backup vocals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see it. I just can't read. Pop Goes Punk was life back in the day, for sure. Or Punk Goes Pop? You got that backwards, I'm sure. Tearing it up. That was fucking cool. That was like the coolest thing. I liked that a lot. You know what? For a song that I don't listen to, I thought it was pretty neat. I sent it to my girlfriend, and I'll let you know what she says. Okay.
All right.
So we have a Novagrove song that I want to check out while we still have time. And for famous last words in chat, we will get to your submissions probably next week. I got to go pick up my kid from school, so we probably have time to do this one. Let us...
I pinned it in the stream chat if you want to check it
Oh,
out.
it's in stream chat. My bad. I was looking in submissions for some reason. Oh, God. I hate threads. Threads are so dumb.
I don't use them, so I don't care.
I don't either. I just... the button gets in the way sometimes. Okay.
Okay.
So this is... And I'm not subscribed because I'm a moron. But we've got Novagrove EP. Ooh, it's 20 minutes long. Holy
Oh, it's
crap.
4 songs, you know.
Okay. Oh, God. I've got time. We can do this. All right, let's check out
Okay.
this Novagrove EP.
One question before we start.
Yeah.
how different will be the new Novagrove album from this EP? Just like so we could know what to expect or what to not expect. I don't know.
So I think like sonically you could say it's a follow-up to the EP, but it's still drastically different.
I've heard like you added a lot of more elaborate and detailed orchestrations on it.
Yeah, pretty much every song has a fully detailed orchestral track to it. Probably to the level where I could release it as a solo track, like Annihilation Celebration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of my good friends was asking me, "Is like, is there scream vocals on it?" And because he was disappointed that this EP didn't have that, didn't really have any. And the answer is, yeah, there's actually a lot. So
Okay. Like you've been screaming a lot on DivinumX project in the past, so I don't know. It felt like you needed to take a break from the extreme vocals for at least for a moment, because like, come on.
Okay, so let's check this out. This is the Novagrove EP. Let's do it. God damn, and this artwork is fucking phenomenal too. That's really, really cool. This album cover is super solid. Damn, that's cool as fuck.
yeah.
Oh my god.
She sings the tune of the songbirds. Onward, I seasons change. In the cold of the winter night, she anchors her place in the sky. Blooms of light to sail the sun. Then one day she will return home.
Oh my god, that ripped. Holy shit. Holy shit. That whole thing just didn't fuck around at all. It was just, I mean, oh my god, that was incredible. The mix sounds fucking pro. Like, I mean, it sounds just it's fucking perfect. The electronic elements are complementing everything else perfectly. The drums are sitting in the perfect. It's perfect. There's just nothing not to like about this. This is incredible. Dude, holy shit. It's just incredible. Like really, really incredible. Just
Thank you.
I mean, it really ripped. It ripped really fucking hard. It felt heavy, but also chill at the same time. Very Animals as Leaders type of like heavy plus chill equals Novagrove. Just like absolutely incredible from start to finish. Very engaging on every single level. Just really, really, really wild stuff. Absolutely
That was
amazing.
by far the most difficult song I've ever wrote. By far. That song went through so many iterations before I settled on that.
Oh, I can imagine. Just
I think it was
so
originally
very complex. The composition was extremely complex. And then, hang on, I want to go back to one part in particular, right here around 350 or something like that. And then there are elements like this, which just it kind of transitions to a strange key. It feels, while also maintaining its safe posture and being very what's it called, very what the fuck am I trying to, it's very pleasing to the ear, but it has passages like this that feel experimental at the same time, where it takes chances. And that is incredibly rare to find with something this complex and this. It's just so good, absolutely amazing, 1,000,000%. You have anything to add there, Soul Strings?
I just wanted to say that it's beautiful. Like, it's very cinematic and it's something observative and like reflective. It's like I don't know. Like I can compare that to sitting at a bonfire and looking at the a mysterious glowing artifact and just looking at it and adoring how many different shapes, colors, and tones it has, and just like looking at it and like, look how beautiful it is, look how fascinating it is, like, and you just enjoy the process of just reflecting and chilling and meditating into this.
Yeah.
Like, when I was trying to get inspiration for this song, I live right next to a really big park, or like a state park thing. And I went out there onto their trails and just like kind of sat out there and just watched the birds
Yeah.
just to see what they were doing. And I was like, these creatures are so fucking weird, man. They're just so weird, and I just wanted to kind of write a song about it. And this is what came up about it. I wanted to have a song where it's like the life of a bird from, birth to the end, and just have a song where it's kind of a linear structure. There's no really repeating parts of it because, nothing in life repeats like that. It just goes from one end to the other.
Yeah.
And like the instrumental part, I can't really call anything a chorus or bridge or anything, but where it had like the acoustic guitar and the lead guitar battling and then the synth came in.
Yeah.
That was just like modeled after a bunch of birds sitting in trees talking to each other and chirping and stuff.
Yeah.
So coming up with that idea was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with the song despite it taking an incredible amount of time to make.
So worth it though. So fucking worth it. 1,000,000%. Holy shit.
Garga also asks in the chat, is like the Novagrove tree is the same tree on Intra or not?
No. I just like trees.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
trees
fucking
are
awesome.
awesome, to be quite honest.
All right, so we're going into the second track, Before Winter Comes. Let's do it.
I rest on a hillside, along fields evergreen, with none beside. I stand all alone, probably in the only place I've known. Won't you come and place your hand with me, so I'll never be alone. Feel the light seep through the leaves. I comfort before winter comes. My still heart grows deep as my roots do.
Oh my god, the tonal and vibratic control is absolutely definitely the most impressive part about this passage in particular. How that or whatever, I can't fucking do it, but you get the idea. The vibrato and then the tonality, the control in the pitch, especially whenever you're going into these, transitioning down into these lower notes, is really impressive. Just really cool shit. And then we've got this atmospheric electronics or VSTs or whatever the fuck's going on with that, just maintaining this kind of cool and calm posture. But then the guitars are in the background, just palm muting, genting that shit up. And it's just a continuation of it, how it feels heavy, but it's also chill at the same time. And it's a really interesting contrast. 100% for sure.
Yeah. I love contrasting that stuff.
It really feels good to listen to. It's amazing. By the way, I need to listen to this EP again. HFS, this is great. I agree. I'm putting this in the best of the best too. Another one that just is incredible. This swell, and I love how each track is running into the next one. We're not really getting any breaks. It's not stopping to be like, okay guys, new song. it's all one constant flow. That's fucking impressive. And then the key change after the swell into the blast beats, and it felt very death metal, but it also felt very atmospheric, chill, almost kind of orchestral, but not like orchestral death metal or like symphonic death metal or whatever. It was just so very, it was idiosyncratic in a way that can't really be described. It's truly a transcendent experience. The first 10 minutes of this album, for sure. I am absolutely floored. All right, let's do Alien Undersea. Wow. Oh, this is the one I've heard before. describe this album as a celebration of life itself. That's kind of what it feels like. It's so it has kind of like darker elements to it, but they're subtle. They're just kind of, it feels like all of the darker elements are just kind of spotty throughout the whole thing. It's taken a back seat in that it's a celebration of life, but it's like, yeah, it feels optimistic while also recognizing the not so pleasant parts, or something like that. It feels so deep in the sound design, and it's just incredible. Gargot in chat says Alien Undersea is my fave from the EP. So far, I've heard this one before, and this one is nothing like the previous two. This one seems to follow a more rigid song structure, like this is going to be a verse chorus situation, and in my personal taste, I like a more progressive song structure, something that doesn't really repeat all that often. Maybe it'll like call back to earlier parts or whatever, but for the most part, it's a journey in and of itself to go from beginning to end of the song, rather than a rigid song structure like this one. just the bass guitar in this composition just kind of makes it. I find myself drawn in to the bass guitar that's kind of leading it. It feels like a lead instrument, but it's leading from all the way in the back, and it's just so incredible. That's where I find myself listening a lot, is I focusing on that bass guitar. Really, really impressive shit right here. One. Damn. Okay, I'm not trying to like jerk you off or anything, but this is like whenever it's the last song on an EP that's like this mind-blowing. You know how whenever you're watching a Netflix series and you come up to the last episode and you're like, oh no, it's over. There's nothing new to discover. It's not gonna. It feels like that. It's and whatever. I don't know. Oh man, it's almost disappointing that it's only 20 minutes long. But I can understand that it would probably take fucking forever to do all this kind of man. I'm really, really impressed so far. Holy shit. Oh man.
We'll get a new album anyway later.
Hopefully.
It's coming. It is on its way.
Maybe next year.
I await the new album impatiently as hell. But because I mean, this is really impressive stuff. Really, really impressive. I'm I don't know. I'm really, really impressed. I'm throwing this on Twitter. Bro, that's all I'm gonna say is bro, check this out.
Yeah, the album, if I'm lucky and I'm able to get a lot of work done, this December, the first single could be out before the end of the year, and then the album would be out next year for sure.
Okay,
Sweet.
cool.
That's fucking awesome. All right.
I can hear the songs of the earth and the leaves, singing songs about the origins of the tree, walking down a road as it twists on their path. I will never know where it leads, but I'll follow.
Super quick question. Is that a VST or are you actually shaking one of those little egg things?
It's an actual shaker. It's not one of the egg ones, but it is a shaker.
Oh, you know what I meant. So yeah,
Yeah.
You recorded a shaker. You didn't use a VST. I got you.
Yeah, most of the sounds here are actually recorded acoustically.
Even the birds at the beginning.
As much as I wish I could have recorded my own sounds of birds, everything got closed down because of COVID, so I couldn't actually go out to the park to go record it. So
Oh, I got
no, I
you.
had to go and find a sample somewhere.
No, I understand. I got you.
And the deeper I go, astray. Let them be the ones to guide me. Be the ones to guide me. And the deeper I go, the more I strike and slip away into a dream reality. And the deeper I go, the more I strike and slip away into a dream
Oh man. You know what? That right there. Holy, as a closer, as like it just feels like a perfect resolution. It felt way different than the other 3 tracks, but it also felt like it belonged. And oh my god. This might be a tiny little element to most, but like right here, this very last note. Oh my god, the way it just kind of it stops, you know, like it doesn't like have a clear resolution. It doesn't have a final hit. It doesn't do a final on one type of bland bleen or whatever to just like wrap it up or whatever. It's like it continues with the whole rest of the album's theme of just like this is a story and the story will continue. It just, oh my god, it felt so good. That was incredible. Incredible. How long did you spend working on this?
A long time, very long time. Some of the song ideas that I had for this, I had prior to starting Novagrove. So I just took some of the elements of those, and then built off them. That would be Melody Songbird and Dream Reality. Both of those kind of have dates back to like really, really old things I worked on.
Yeah.
So I had some stuff done prior, essentially, but yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly. I think I started writing the music back in the summer of 2019.
Yeah.
So this came out in May, so about a year.
God dang. It's incredible. It's one of those things I remember seeing on the timeline, and then I added it to the watch later, and then I just never got around to it, and I regret it so hardcore not having listened to it before, but I'm very glad that I got to listen to it now. Jeez. I mean, it's just all of the thematic elements from beginning to end. It is 20 minutes of just of perfection. I don't think that there's a possible way to make it any better in any capacity. Did you do everything? Is the artwork the only thing that you didn't do?
Yeah, essentially. I didn't even tell my best friend about this album until I released it. I wanted to keep it like really cryptic, and like I wanted it to be like as personal as possible, so I didn't like want outside opinions on it. And yeah,
Man. Well, I'm sorry for giving you all these outside opinions.
No, it's totally fine. It's been out for so long.
I know, I'm just being
I didn't want
dick.
to like, yeah, just during the writing process, I wanted to be a little bit more secret.
I got you. And then so you did all the mixing, mastering, and everything.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool, man. Oh man, that's really neat. Okay, not DivinumX, Soul Strings. Do you have any final words before we cut the stream? I gotta go pick up the kid from school.
That's well. Actually, I'm just very tired because it's like 10:30 p.m. here, and like, excuse me for being like a little bit underwhelming and not overly excited as usual. So like, it was a kind of busy day. But like, the main thing I wanted to say is how different it is to listen to the whole album in comparison to when you just listen to one song. Because like one whole album is well, it requires patience and it's a lot of work when you just listen to the whole thing at once, and it's very much different from just checking out single tracks from this and that, and like, because so that's why I thought it would be much better and a much more comprehensive stream if we could check like the whole releases as they are, because like it gives a completely different experience. Like you can well, you can actually experience the whole thing, like from beginning to the end, listen to the concepts the original artists had in mind, like originally, and you can just go with the story, go with the flow, and listen to the whole thing. And it's like reading a story. Like checking out the singles or like separate tracks from the album, it's like reading chapters taken out of context. Like
right, I understand.
Reading or hearing stories out of context about characters, about places, about stuff, I don't know. And like the whole albums, it's much more complex, and it provides much more information, both like like with words, with stories, with music, with everything. It gives much more context, and it's much more fascinating, and it's rewarding when you just dive into it and you are just swimming in it, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to just that aspect of music. Is that sometimes
whenever
the context of music is important.
Right, I understand, because like every once in a while, like I don't know if you've ever checked out, I don't know if you've ever been in this position or whatever, but when I drive a mail truck, and so every once in a while somebody will be riding with me, and then they will be in control of the aux cable, you know, and they will play, for instance, I was riding with a gal, and she played System of a Down's Toxicity, but she did so in a way of like her favorite song to her least favorite song, and it completely destroyed me. Like I was like, no. When you listen to a whole album, it has to be played in a very specific order, you know, like because the order of the songs is almost as important as the composition of the songs themselves, especially in songs that are highly interpretable, like System of a Down songs, and like this one. Like this Novagrove EP, a 1,000,000% would have played out. I'm sure that it would have played out in a different order. That like if it was in a different order, it would have provided a different feeling or whatever. Or that I just feel like these songs belong in this exact order, and I think that it probably wouldn't work if it was all different or just any single song or in any different order. But yeah, I'm floored by this, man. This is a really impressive thing for sure.
Another quick thought I want to like say. Concept albums as a whole are like extremely underappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in this fandom, but like in music in general. Like the amount of work music artists put in the concept albums, like instead of just releasing single after single after single after single each year, each month, each week, I don't know, but instead some are just working out like 4 albums for years, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years or something. And this is extremely underappreciated by the audience. It's not for everyone, and that only proves that music is like, it's one of the most tough pieces of art to, excuse my wording, but it's one of the toughest toughest types of art to consume. Like,
Oh, media.
you must
Yeah.
you must
Yeah.
engage with it in very literal way of it. Like,
because I know that you know what this is like. Whenever you've created a song and you're like super proud of it, and you're just like so amped for somebody to hear it, and you'll play it for somebody, and then the whole song will play, and either two things will happen: either they'll talk about something completely unrelated all the way through the song, or B, it'll get to the end of the song and they'll just look at you with an empty, just like no brain in the back, and they'll just look at you and be like, it was good. And then you just, oh my God, those are the worst. It's almost worse than if they were just like talking shit about it, when they're just like, it was okay. Like, and you're like, oh my God, you don't have anything to say? Anything that you liked about it? It's like, it was good. I liked the part where the music was playing. That was good. But
and
yeah,
like, despite all the circumstances, I do love concept albums, because I do make them as well. Because and I know what it's like to make concept albums. I know what it's like to make albums like as a whole thing, So I do have a special appreciation for artists that keep making bigger releases, that keep just pouring their souls into music they create. And I highly encourage that, and I'm trying to support as much as I can. I know like I live in a shitty country, I don't get a lot of money, and I'm unemployed, but like, as much as I can, I'm trying my best to support the artists who continue like creating their art and envisioning their own vision. What am I saying? Like, yeah. So I highly encourage concept albums as a whole. So
for sure.
I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for what you're doing, and I want you to keep doing it, because I am at least one of, well, I'm not sure of how many, but like, I hope I am one of many of your like followers and listeners who really appreciate what you're doing, and I want to encourage you to create more of your art.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Like, so some of the comments that you guys have been making has been like really, so we're like liberating, because some of it's just been like spot on, like perfect what I was trying to encapsulate with this music. Sally, and you did amazing at being able to pick out the elements and like what they mean to the context of the song. And Soul Strings, your comment on the album being like a celebration of life, again, that's just completely spot on. Like, again, when I wrote this album, I was in a really, or when I decided to start writing this album, I was in a terrible like mental state. That was the time when I just kind of deleted myself from the internet for like 6 months, that little thing. I spent most of that time writing this album, and when I finished it, was kind of like when I felt like I could just come back. Like, I'm fine now. Like, I finished my thoughts and my like introspection, and I'm ready to like be back on the internet again.
For sure. I gotcha. Well, I appreciate y'all joining us. This was a super fun stream. And I really liked, it's been fun. It's just been great, and I really have enjoyed my time. And we sincerely appreciate DivinumX / Novagrove for what he does. And just like Soulstring said, we hope that DivinumX / Novagrove is a continued project, and that we get much more of his art to enjoy, because this is it's just really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So we are definitely very hyped for what is coming. So I have to go, but I appreciate y'all joining me, and bye.
Bye.
And we are clear.